Hi guys, it's Angela with Andy Styles Boutique, and yes, as you can see, I am in a hotel, which means that I am working my other job as a flight attendant. So that's what I am doing, but as promised, I am trying to create more content on crafting, how you can craft, things you can craft while you're traveling. Um, if you would do me a favor before we jump into the video, click on the subscribe button if you like what we do and you want to see more of what we do. Also, if you will tap the bell, it'll let you know when I load new videos. The other thing is, if you like this video, hit the like button. I'd like to know what content, I'm trying to get a feel of what content you guys like or want to see so I can continue to bring that to you. Let's see, is there anything else? No. So this video tonight, it's night where I'm at. But anyway, I don't know when you're going to look at it, but this video is going to talk about some of the things to consider when you are going to bling a phone case. So this is some of the things you'll need. Let's talk about what you need first. I get excited. I'm sorry, y'all. I just get excited because crafting is such love. It's so much love. Anyway, so what you'll need is a phone case, of course. This phone case is one that I purchased from Best Buy. However, if you're new to blinging out phone cases, my suggestion is that you go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree or Dollar General, whichever one you have, and purchase one of those phone cases or a couple of them, just so you can get the hang of blinging out a phone case. All right, so you'll need a phone case. You'll need some glue, and this is the glue that I am using. You're going to need an image. This is the image that I chose. It wasn't my original selection, but because I didn't bring any transfer tape, so I had to improvise for the image. And this one here, yes, the phone case is sideways, but I wanted to utilize as much of this backing as I could, so it's sideways. It's not something that I would probably sell because it's sideways, but you can do it this way as well. So you'll need an image of choice. What I used to cut it, I do have my Cricut Joy, so I use this to cut my image. So you'll need some type of cutting machine. Some people, if you do like a print and cut file, you may use your scissors to cut it out and trim it up. If you're doing something like that, my suggestion is you get some fine point scissors, because these scissors will actually go into the cracks and crevices of whatever you're cutting, and it gives you a much finer, cleaner cut. So that you need some scissors. If I was at home, I would have used a ruler to measure this. So a ruler would be great. But since I used the Cricut Joy, my measurement, I did the height as 4 inches, and then I let it adjust the width as it saw fit. So that's how I figured out this measurement. And I'm telling you this because sometimes you'll see people do crafts and stuff, and they don't give you the intricate details, like what measurement they use or what font they use or things like that. Now, this image I did purchase off Etsy, and I don't know, a lot of people will write names in here. I did a shirt for my daughter-in-law that had her name cut out in there, so you can do things like that. And you may have seen this image, but that's the image this is. You'll also need some beads of choice. These are the ones that I have. Don't know which one I'm going to use or which ones, but that's what I have. Now, as I said, I am traveling, so when I travel, of course, I'm taking my clothes that I'll need for my layovers, and I also have my uniforms that I use for work. So with that knowledge, I have to make sure that I'm packing my items in a way to where it's not making my bag heavy, or my things aren't, my beads, they're not spilling out, or something like that. So that's how I travel with these. I pack them in, little tops where they seal back on, and that helps. These, however, are not open. So once I open these, I have to figure out what I'm going to put these in. Probably going to be a Ziploc bag or something like that. If I was smart, I would have bought some tape, and I could have taped the bag down to take it back home. But when you're traveling and you're crafting, you just want to make sure that you have things that are going to allow you to be successful with your crafting and allow you to travel without weighing your bag down. Now, the vinyl that I used is the Smart Vinyl by Cricut for the Joy. I was looking for this container. Oh, here it is. So this one is, this came in the, this is the permanent, and it came in a 3-pack, and there's 3 colors. There's a pink, a yellow, and a silver. I chose to do the silver because this is on a back, it's a black back. So that's why I chose to do that. But this one here, this is removable vinyl. And yes, you can use removable vinyl because we're going to bling this out. So that's something you want to consider. If you have removable vinyl, blah, 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 sorry. If you have removable vinyl at home, don't toss it. You can use it when you're doing things like blinging something out, or even when you're epoxying something. This removable vinyl you can use because you're going to put a protective layer over it. And unless somebody, is just determined to destroy what you've created, it's going to last and it's going to stand the test of time. But this one is a permanent, but I do have removable vinyl, and I'm going to use that when I'm doing things like blinging something out, or I'm going to put a protective layer over the item. The other thing you're going to need is a squeegee, and I just use this to go in and just smooth it out. Now, I don't know how this is going to look because I have like some random colors. So, you just want to smooth that out, which is what I did. You're going to need, I got some pink too. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. You'll need this weeding tool when you're weeding out your image. Now, the Cricut Joy, the vinyl that I have used so far on here, it is really good. Like I said, I didn't have any transfer tape. So what I did was just peeled it back. I didn't weed it. So see, this is the inside of her glasses. Or the inside, this part right here was weeded like that. So what I did was I peeled it back, starting at her puffs. Peeled it back, and I just laid it on and pulled it out and just pressed it down. That's how I ended up with this on here without transfer tape. All right, so that's that. Let's toss that in the trash. Now, I don't have a mat, but you can use the Cricut Joy. You can actually feed the rolls in if you're using the Smart Vinyl. If you're using some vinyl that's not Cricut, then of course you're going to need the mat because it's not going to be able to roll up and the feeder won't be able to grab it. But you'll need that. All right, what else? Toothpicks. You're going to need some toothpicks. Let me go ahead and open these up really quick. So, trash. Now, I don't have my little, or do I? I don't think I do. And I may have it, and I'm just too lazy to go get it. So let's put that on that. So look at me. All right, so my little bead tray. So I am going to put some beads down. And like I said, I don't know. I think I want to make her glasses pink. So I don't know how she's going to turn out, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to put them in this little bead tray. Now, like I said, this video is some things to consider before you start beading. And you know what? You're gonna need a pickup tool. And there's this. You can do the pencil that's like the crayon. I have the Pick Me Up tool by Silhouette. Let's see, is that all? I think that might be all that's in here. Yeah, but you'll need a pick me up tool of your choice. So, now, another thing you want to consider is what kind of tool you want to use. This is a pencil, which is okay. I can use that to pick up the beads. See, it has the little gum on the bottom, and it allows you to pick up the bead. This one, you'll need a pencil sharpener, so because you'll have to keep sharpening it. You can get one of the little carry ones, or you can get an actual school type or electric pencil sharpener, but you will need to sharpen that. That's something you want to think about. Also, this one here, this Pick Me Up tool from Silhouette, it has the gum paste, and you can also use that to pick up your beads as well. Let me see it. All right, so you want to decide which one of these you want. And it's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't matter what you choose. It's all about preference. There's another one, Swarovski, I think, has a pick-me-up tool. It's pretty it's expensive. I didn't see anything great about it. The other one is, I have a little one, and I don't know where it is. I hate that. But it's about this tall, and it's a plastic type gum. And that's my favorite. And the reason it's my favorite is because I can really control more of how I pick up and the speed that I work at. So I like that one. Let's see. Another thing you want to consider, your beads, where you want to get them. Some people get them off of AliExpress or Alibaba. Some people will go to other places and they'll get them off Etsy. There's some places on Etsy that sell these beads. Bling, I think Blingology is one. There's just a ton of places. So if you want to search around, my thing is, I shopped around and I found somebody that I liked. And I know people will say, oh my gosh, I don't want to go over here and buy from her because she's too expensive, or this guy over here has them and he's really good, or get them from AliExpress. It's going to take you 4 weeks to get it, but you'll get them and they're cheaper. So when you're talking about your beads or your crystals or whatever you're blinging with, you want to consider your time. How much time do you have to wait to get these products in? Is this going to be something you do constantly, or are you going to do it every now and again, or are you trying to make a business out of it? If you're trying to make a business out of it, you want to make sure that whatever you use, you can get your hands on. If you advertise something in your Etsy store or your Shopify shop and it's a big hit, well, you want to think about how readily accessible those beads are. How fast can you get your hands on those beads? So you want to think about that. Now, the other thing is, when you're blinging, there are different bead types. There are hot fix, and then there are flat back or non-hot fix. That's this. This is a flat. Sorry. I knew better. This is a flat back. It's called flat back because the back is flat. And it is a non-hot fix, meaning that you do not use heat on these. This is applied with an adhesive. So the hot fix are the ones you see, people put on their shirts. I mean, you can use these too because there's fabric glue you can use. But for the most part, it's your rhinestones that you see people with the bling shirts and stuff like that. Those are the hot fix stones. So the other thing you want to consider is the availability or the variety of sizes. A lot of times you can find packs of stones or beads, and they have a variety of sizes. You're going to need a variety of sizes. This design right here, I can do larger ones in certain spots, but I got to fill that in. So you want to think about that when you're looking for uh, beads, or when you're purchasing, not looking for, looking for and purchasing the availability of sizes. If you can get packs with a variety of sizes, that's your better get, or that's your better purchase, because you'll be able to use them. If you just get beads with just one size, then maybe you won't be able to use those because you are stuck with one particular size, and then you'll have to go back and get other sizes to fill in. So think about that when you're purchasing your beads or you're shopping around for your beads. For instance, this pack right here with the green, it's just one size. And I bought these on clearance, so that's why I invested in that. I think it was like a color that they were no longer going to carry. So having said that, if I made something out of these and I use these as maybe in the color scheme, I would not put this in my Etsy shop, or if I had, or anywhere that someone could order more than one, because once I sold it, or the item has sold, that means that's it. Now, if someone comes along and orders that, then I have to go and say, oh my gosh, I don't have it anymore. Can I get you something else? And although that's okay, it's just, to me, it's a lot of pressure, and I just don't want that. All right, so that's another thing to consider: your stone sizes, availability of your stone sizes. Like these ones, these purple ones, this is more of an accent. This wouldn't be something that I would use as a primary on anything. This would be more of an accent, okay? All right, so we talked about beads, bead sizes, adhesives. So there's a lot of adhesives out there. It all boils down to your preference. Some people use the E6000 and they love it. It gives a good hold and they prefer that above anything else. Some people don't like it because it has a strong smell. So they would rather have something that doesn't have a strong smell. This is Aleene's, and I got this from Michael's. Joann's. I got this from Joann's. And it is waterproof. It says it dries in minutes. So the other thing you want to think about is your adhesive. How does it dry? Does it dry clear? Is there a white residue? You want to think about those things as well. How it dries, because when you're blinging something out, if you're using small beads and small rhinestones, then you're probably not going to be happy with a lot of white residue on your design or your creation. Other thing, when you're actually going into bead, you want to think about how much of this phone case you want to bling out. Now, some people will bling out all of this. They'll do the rim and everything. Some people will only bling out the back. Some people I've seen would only bling out the design or whatever they want to bring attention to. So think about that. If you are just starting, my suggestion is to just bling out this side right here, because this is different shapes, and depending on how you are as an artist, some people are very intense with how they create with their creation. Some people are very meticulous with their creation, and some people just will do it to where their heart is content, and then that's it, and they'll sell. And there's nothing wrong with either way, but I'm just saying something you want to consider is how granular you want to get when you bling this out. All right, so the other thing you want to do is when you're using your adhesive, remember a little goes a long way. A little adhesive goes a long way. So if I'm doing her glasses, I'm not going to put adhesive on that. I'm going to put a dot of adhesive on the side here, which I actually put too much because a little really does go a long way. I'm going to grab a toothpick here, and I am going to dab the Q-tip. I'm sorry, the toothpick. I'm going to dab it in here, and I'm just going to trace her glasses. I could, if I wanted to, start with her hair, but I don't. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to pick up a bead and go with it. All right, so there's her glasses. I put 2 in the center. I'm going to take my little Q-tip here. This glue dries quick, and when they say dries within minutes, it dries within minutes. So what I'm trying to do is go with her glasses where I can actually show you something, you know, how the different sizes come into play, so you can see the importance of it. The other thing I was going to tell you is the more you do this, the faster you'll get at it. Don't stress if you're not super quick with this. You build up over time. The other thing is, as you're learning to do this, you will learn what size goes where, how many of a certain size you can fit into a space, and everything. I have seen some people close up spaces, then I've seen some people leave spaces. I think that boils down to artist preference, personally. What you prefer when you're making your creations. That's what it boils down to. So I've got some space here. I mean, not space. I have some designs here. You can make this as colorful as you want. It's no right or wrong to how colorful you make this. You can use every other color that you have available to you. You can use just like one. You can use plain. You just want to have fun. Just go with it and have fun with it. And if it speaks to your soul, that's a good creation. If it doesn't, go back and redo. So see how this is coming along with her glasses? I started with one size, and I'm bringing that on around to another size. And all of these stones was in my pack. It was in the kit that I ordered. So I'm done with, I can do a little more. So I think my glue is almost done. It does dry quick, and that's why I was saying don't. It's done. So I'm just gonna move this off. That right there, and let's see. I have some wipes. Hold on 1 second. So I'm just gonna move these wipes off. Not the wipes. Move this glue off. So when you're doing this, like I said, make sure that you don't do a lot. And this is an alcohol wipe or hand wipe. So don't do like me and put too much out, because then you end up ruining your item. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use the back of something for the glue, because I don't want to mess up my design. So I'm just going to use the back of this. And you just put some glue on there. You want to take your toothpick, and I just smear it a little bit and outline your design. And because this does dry clear, you don't have to worry about it making ugly over the top marks on your item. Sorry. And what I'm looking for is my smaller beads where I was going along the trim of her glasses. Oh, I missed that whole thing. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'm going to use this size for the rest of this. And I need one more. This is relaxing. So if you have a bead that moves out of place, you just take your little pin and push it gently. The slip for this can be a little, a little bit more than what we expect because we have the glue. But if it dries too quick, then you just have dry glue. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can move along to get you so you can at least see her glasses. Also, guys, I hope everyone is staying safe and your families are good. Since we're in this pandemic here. And I hope everybody's healthy and getting love, the love that they need, and taking good care of yourself. And that's from the bottom of my heart. Oh, there's one. Oh, and if you, one of the things you kind of want to make sure or watch out for is getting glue on the bottom of your pickup tool. Because if you do, it can be a little, you'll be able to tell because the pickup tool will start to pick up, it'll start to grab everything that you put your hand on. It will grab it. So, since this is the bottom of her glasses, I'm just going to pick up the ones I can grab just to finish it. And I will make it match on the other side. It's just around the corners where I was working. That's where I wanted to make sure that I had that definition around the corners of her glasses. Because sometimes if you use the wrong bead, then your design kind of runs together. And you can tell it's run together. You can really tell. So sometimes I'll smash my bead down just to make sure that it's adhering. If it's not adhering, you just go grab you some more glue. When you're beading, if it's hard to move, if your bead is hard to put in place or hard to stick, then you need to add some more glue. Or if it acts as if it doesn't want to stick, you just add some more. So see, there you go. That one side of her glass is made. But as you can see, I have different sizes of beads on there. So that's her glasses. So she's going to have pink glasses. Now her hair, I'm going to do differently. But the other thing is, if I wanted to, I could bling out the entire back of this case. I'm not going to. I just don't want to. But if I'm working here, I'm going to show you how to go in and fill in when you have a big space. So I'm just going to put this glue. I just put that much glue there. And I went right on the actual design. And see how that worked? Just slid right on in there. I do have some on my desk that I'm going to use with the pickup tool. I'm going to try. So I'm just going to put these, I'm going to use these purple ones. So when you're doing a big space, you just want to go ahead and fill, you want to use your large stones first. Now, the only thing with the larger stones is sometimes your pickup tool won't pick them up. So I'm just going to go in, use the larger stones. And I'm just going to just kind of put them in abstract. No rhyme or reason, just putting them in here. Sliding some up with the glue. Oops, let me grab one. See, I'm just putting it here, and if I want to move it over, I just slide it just a little bit. And I'm just doing some type of abstract random design. Now, if I wanted to put another color in here, maybe I want to fill in with some pink, I can do that. If I want to use those gold ones, I can use the gold ones. One bit of dust. You can also get a mat. They have beading mats you can get, and you can it helps to stop the I'm going to put a little more glue. It helps to stop beads from going all over the place. This is a lot of glue here because it's not controlled. Oh, the other thing you can do is you can get you'll see people with the little syringes with the little top, the little pointed top, and they'll use those to put their glue in, and that will help them with controlling the glue. And you can do that. I have some at home, but personally, this is something else you want to consider. To me, it was a waste of my money because if you don't use it all in a adequate enough time, it hardens, and when it hardens, I just throw it away. I can't even use it. I just get rid of it. I don't even use it. It's gone. It's of no value to me. So I'm trying to see. All right, let's see. Can we do some pink? Y'all want to do pink or yellow? Well, her glasses are pink. Let's do some yellow. All right, so, let's go ahead and finish putting the large purple stones in. And like I said, I'm just trying to fill in some larger pieces here. I'm going to put the top back on this. I expected it to do better. Come on, Eileen. I expected better from you, but it didn't give it to me. So I was using this so you can see how that works. Let's go with the silhouette. So with this one, you have to turn it to get the glue to come out. Can you see it? No, you can't. Okay, there we go. It's the glue, on the tip. So it does the same thing. Oh, I got too much out. I turned it too much. Okay, there we go. And it basically does the same thing. You just go in, pick up, put down. If you need to move something, you use this part here. And I got a bead that didn't belong, so I'm just going to take that out. I'm almost done with putting the purple ones on. Like I said, I do, well, maybe to some people I might be doing things just a little more difficult, but I have to find my way of crafting. I have to find what works for me, what gives me pleasure, what gives me joy, how my soul feels when I am crafting. If the item that I'm crafting speaks to me, then I've done a good job. If I love it, and you can see the love in it when I created it, then I'm good. All right, so this is my base for this one. Oh, you know what? I could probably put some more purple Uh, you know what? I don't know. All right, so let's put the purple back. So that's the only thing with me only having one of these. So I've seen people, they'll have more than one out, and they'll go between um, colors and stuff, but because I only have the one. All right. Now I don't know if I want to do pink or gold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how that looks because her glasses is pink. So I don't know if that's gonna be too much. I guess what I could do is fill with pink and yellow. But what I try to do is look and see how it's gonna look. If here again, if I love it, I'm gonna go with it. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with the gold because the pink just kind of sits there. So I'm gonna try to flick that off, and you can flick it off if it hasn't dried completely, and it hasn't. So I'm just gonna do some pink. It's gonna be gold and yellow. So I know I want to put a couple more purple. What did I say? Gold and yellow, purple. I mean purple and yellow. I'm going to put another purple, a larger purple, a couple large purples in here. And just for filling it in. And then I am going to start filling it in. So I have my base, which is this right here. So I'm going to go in and fill it in with the gold. The other thing, and I just poured all that pink out. If I wanted to add something else, I could. But I think this is going to do what I want it to do. So, see that? I moved it. So the yellow is surrounded by the purple. And the gold. I keep calling it yellow, but it's gold. All right. I added another one. And like I said, the more you do this, the more you'll be able to figure out which one to put in what space. Like if you need to put a small one in, you have a small space. And I threw a yellow one in there, but I could have put a purple one in there too. So see how that's starting to fill in? The other thing is, as you're adding these, you may not don't worry about filling it in 100% at one time, because you're probably going to have to move some things around at some point. And because you're going to have to do that, I would just go ahead and work, let it flow however you want it to, and then we'll go back and you can go back in and fill it in. All right, so the other thing is you could use, like if I knew what colors I wanted to use, I could have found a yellow or a purple background and use that. But I didn't know what color I wanted to use. And like I said, this was a how to, or things to consider type video. So you won't see me finish this on this video, but I wanted to talk about some things to consider when you're blinging it out. The other thing is, don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Don't buy a bunch of these and have them sitting around. Don't buy a bunch of beads, rhinestones or whatever. Just start with maybe, get your 5 packs of different sizes. Get you two or three of these, from the Dollar Tree. Learn how to place your stones first, because the more you do this, the faster you become at it, Toothpicks aren't that expensive. The adhesive, like I said, you'll want to try to figure out which one you want to use, which one you want to do, and how you want to. If you're sensitive to smell, you don't want one that's really pungent. If you're not sensitive to smell, or you're going to wear some type of breathing mask, then the E6000 may be your way to go. I like having a Cricut when I'm cutting my designs out, but like I said, you can do a print and cut on sticker paper. Use your scissors, cut it out. The fine tips are going to be your more intricate ones. You want to have your a bead tray. Those things are worth their weight in gold, because like I said, when you get finished, you can just pour it right on in back into the container. You didn't see me do it. But yeah, all those gold stones with the beads, pearls was in here. I just poured it in there. There you go. It also helps you pick them up. Like so. Just scrape across there. And you pick it right on up. And you don't have to try to pick them up one by one. So like I said, this is worth its weight in gold. Pick them up tool is basically your preference. But like I said, don't spend a lot of money on a lot of it, because although it looks fun and everything is pretty and you may feel like it's something you want to do, you may start doing it, you may hate it. Or you could be like some of us who have projects sitting around that you still have to finish. Just got to put another hour in, on that canister. I have a canister. If you've been following me, you may have seen me start that canister. Still hadn't finished it. It's still sitting there waiting on me, calling me. But I'm going to finish it. But like I said, these are some things you want to consider. And if you have removable vinyl at home, use it. You can put it right on there, because once I finish this, and I'm going to go around and trace her hair with smaller stones, this isn't coming off. So thank you for hanging out with me while I'm traveling. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will respond. And then think about subscribing to the channel. Thanks, guys. Happy crafting.